Wow. Good morning once again. I feel a little bit nervous this morning. God will be our helper. I was actually praying, asking God, what will I share this morning? And just a few minutes ago, I was thinking to myself, so I actually got the message that I prepared. I got it right there in front of me. That means God has answered the prayer that I've been praying. And the topic that I would like to share this morning, the power of persistence. I'm actually, relieved because if I didn't persist, I just thought about that a few minutes ago. If I didn't persist, I don't think I would have been standing here this morning. Because I had this fight in my spirit, like, just call Pastor, let him cover all for you so that next week, maybe next time, just pick my phone. No, I'm not going to call him. Put it back. Unfortunately, I ran out of credit, so I said, let me recharge and call him. So I click on recharge, and I saw $39. I said, wow. It was $30. Now it's $35. Now it's $39. Nah. I said $4. Let me wait a minute. So I put the phone again, I didn't recharge. And I keep fighting, till I got that message that I'm supposed to share this morning. And I feel relieved because it's actually like an answered prayer for me this morning. I hope I could see clearly there. I would like us to read from the book of Luke chapter 18, from verse 1 to verses 8. I like New Testament in some Bibles because when I see the red ink, they told me that was Jesus talking himself. I don't know if that's true. That's true? Okay. So each time I see the red ink, I always put an eye on it like, this is Jesus speaking himself. So I have to lay more emphasis on this and read and read and read and read. Then he spoke a parable to them that men always ought to pray and not lose heart, saying, there was in a certain city a judge who did not fear God nor regard man. Must be a powerful judge then if Jesus knew about him. Now, there was a widow in that city, and she came to him, saying, get justice for me from my adversary. And he would not for a while. But afterward, he said within himself, though I do not fear God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubles me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she wearies me. Then the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge said. And shall God not avenge his own elect, who cry out day and night to him, though he bears long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? In another version of the Bible, from verse 8, it says, I tell you the truth, will he really avenge them speedily? Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, will he really find faith on earth? I believe in most of Jesus' teachings, he always encouraged us to pray. Even though Jesus is the Son of God, he had the power and still has that power to do everything. But he prayed. Why will he, with all the power that he had to do everything just by clicking his finger, but he chose to pray? Why? I ask myself, why? And then I understood that Jesus' teaching was all about living by example. He taught us to always pray, no matter how powerful we think we are. We are elect of God, but it doesn't mean we should not pray. No matter how powerful we think we are, we should always pray. Because Jesus prayed, and prayed all the time. He always prayed. And that by example for us to live. A lot of times we give up too soon. We get tired too soon. We conclude too soon. But God is reminding us this morning that there is hope as long as we keep praying, as long as we keep the faith in him. Though I do not fear God, nor regard man. As somebody who acknowledges himself that he does not fear God, nor regard man. But because this widow keep coming to me, because she keep persisting me, I will make sure that she gets what she wants. Just think of a man who does not fear God, who does not regard human like man. I could just picture him how maybe the way he can talk to, his fellow men, because he has no regard. But because the widow persisted, keep coming, he said to himself, now, I better give her what she wants. If not, she's going to weigh me down. Then Jesus said, and shall God not avenge his own elect who cry out day and night to him, though he bears long with them? I believe this was just a little extent to show us that if the man who does not fear God, who does not regard man, could give up and let her, or grant her justice. What if we keep persisting God in our prayers? God who have chosen us to be his own children, what will he not do for us? However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? When I read that, I posted and I asked, why would Jesus end that verse with that question? He just assured us that, God will grant us, but why this question again, that when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? And then that gave me an idea. I believe he was just telling us that there should be no prayer without faith. We cannot just pray as if we are singing or memorizing a rhyme or memorizing some, I don't know, but prayer should be something from our heart accompanied with faith if we want to see God move. And when we have that faith, I don't believe we will give up, no matter how long it takes. I believe the widow from our passage, she had the faith, and she believed that even though this man doesn't fear God and is unjust, but I believe that if I keep going, he would definitely do what I want. And by the grace of God, he did. There should be no prayer without faith. There should be no prayer without faith. Because God is watching. He's listening to us day and night. He's listening to us day and night. He that watches over us neither sleeps nor slumbers. God watches, he listens. And he's just waiting for his right time to act. So we should not give up on prayer. What is that thing that we have been praying for? What is that deep thing in your heart that you have been asking God for? Does it feel like it's taking forever? Does it feel like it's taking longer than you expected? Were you expecting it to happen tomorrow, next week, and it's not, or last week, and it's not happening? What is that thing in your heart that you have been expecting God to do, and now you feel like it's taking longer? And when it's taking longer, there is always a voice, especially when you are alone, whispering, just give up. Just give up. We have other sources where you can have your solution. Just give up. We have other sources. What happens when we feel tired and giving up? The voice that whispers to us to give up is definitely not from God, because God's promise is to answer our prayers. We often turn to other places to seek solutions when we are giving up on God. And these other places we turn to might have come from the whispering, or from our neighbors, or from friends that will come and say, you know, you have prayed, yeah, why not just try this other side? Why not try this other way? Why not get yourself something to, you know, you can take something and you forget about it. It's fine. Life goes on. But I tell you, that solution is only temporal. That solution you get from somewhere else, apart from Christ, is only temporal. You may feel happy that you have got a solution, but I assure you, it's temporal. Why not keep on praying and praying? Why not pray, pray, and pray persistently? For God's solutions are eternal. When God heals you, it's eternal. When God blesses you, it's eternal. When God delivers you, it's eternal. I've always found myself in such situation many times. I have found myself in a situation where I just said to myself, nah, if I can't get it tomorrow, then that is it. I'll pray again once. If I don't get the answer tomorrow, I'm off. That is it. Just close the Bible. Yeah, I'm not praying anymore. Like it happens to me this week. I picked my phone since Monday, and I was in the shed loader operating, and I saw a truck turn up. I thought he was the one. And I looked up and I looked, oh, that's not his truck. If not, just walk over there and I didn't want to ring you, but since you're here, that's fine. Can you cover up for me? But that voice keeps saying, just, there's nothing, you don't have anything to talk about. Just give up. Just let it next time. I just said, no. I keep pushing and keep pushing. And I'm happy that God actually answered my prayer. God is assuring us this morning that he has not forgotten about us. No matter how long it takes. No matter how long it takes, he hasn't forgotten us. Because I believe that when it happens, it comes with joy. And that joy is everlasting. Whatever you have been praying for, brethren, I don't know whatever you have been praying for. I don't know if your cry have been like that of the widow, crying for justice. Your own could be healing. Your own could be deliverance. Your own could be anything. Whatever you have been asking and trusting God for, do not give up, please. Never, never give up. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. It may take longer, but He promised that God will avenge us speedily. It may take months, years, days, but to God it's quicker. It's just like that. But to us humans, it feels like long enough, but to God, it's speedily. God will answer us speedily. I pray this morning, whatever we have been expecting from God, whatever we have been praying God for, I pray that may we not give up before our answers come. I pray that may we not close up our Bibles before we see that answer, before we receive that answer. And I pray that may we receive the grace to persist in our prayer and to keep the faith in God till we get our answers. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. That's a bit of what God put in my mind to share with you this morning. And I would like us to take home that God has not forgotten us. He has given us that assurance. And whatever God has assured, he doesn't lie. He has assured us that he has not forgotten us. He is watching. If you feel as giving up, just look up and you can see God watching. When you close your eyes, you can feel the God he's listening. Because that is what he says. I didn't say it. God said it. He's watching and he's listening. And he has not forgotten about us. God bless us.